What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 103. Starting it off strong, guys, with two panel members. We'll have some more joining us shortly. This was a week where I very much wanted X-Man to be on, because number one, of course, X-Man, we did get the announcement for our first of the 4 Resistance members, and that is X-23, the one that I wanted the most, and I think a lot of people were really hoping for. So really exciting, dude. And also, not to spoil it for us a little bit, but I did see your thoughts in the chat the other day talking about the new John Wick. So I'm like, X-Man's opinion is a little bit different from mine, so I wanted to have him share his thoughts with everybody and we kind of get a nice discussion going.
Ooh,
so
all right.
Yeah, so I picked you for good reason to have you here tonight. Lane will be joining us. He was doing a favor for some family members. He'll be here shortly. Chris, guys, it's up in the air right now. Chris was like, dude, you're gonna have to like move the stream to a later time or something. I feel bad doing that though, because you guys all are invested in this time slot, so we might just have to roll with it. You know, Chris is a UPS driver, so right now he's driving like a chicken with his head cut off. He told me he finished his load for the day, and they're like, here, go help this guy out, we have 30 more for you or something like that. So I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I know it sucks. And it sucks for us because we would love to have Chris on, but he's going to do his best to be here. He might be on very late or not at all tonight. It's all a day-by-day thing every week, but we'll see. And Mike will be joining us shortly as well. So we're going to have an awesome panel tonight, some awesome discussion. I already see some great stuff here in the chat. So, of course, we're going to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Guys, as always, say what's up where you're tuning in from. If you're comfortable doing so, maybe drop what you got this week, something cool. Me personally, I got it behind me. One of the many things that ended up showing up this week, Bela Lugosi as Dracula. I ended up picking that up finally. And I got it like right before he sold out on Caustic Plastic's website. I know they do like a Black Friday sale every year. And I was thinking about, like, should I ride it out? Should I ride it out? And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Because this is actually the web exclusive. I was surprised it was still in stock, because whenever they do those, you can only get it directly from their website, which they ship from Italy. And it's only limited to 200. It always has some sort of special accessory when it's a web exclusive. And this one had this base, which you can't really see. But it's a really cool base with like a tombstone with his death and birth date on it. Just super cool. So yeah, I got that this week, and really excited to have that in finally. And of course, S-Hero, guys, the Batman, all of their DC stuff is just amazing. I'm having such a fun time with it. And I actually got the Present Toys Ghost Rider as well. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I didn't put it on YouTube or Instagram yet because I have to edit it down a little bit, at least for YouTube. But it's live on TikTok, so if you guys want to see the new Present Toys Skeleton Knight, because there's no videos on it yet, that's the only video up so far, but I'll probably do a full review tomorrow. Anything cool for you this week, X-Men, other than just taking in these announcements? There's one other thing I didn't mention, a third-party announcement, which I know you'll be excited for. But anything else this week? Anything special come in for you?
Well, I did just get these guys, my mono cases.
Oh, nice! That's huge, dude. We often neglect the cases. It's cool to see. Cool to see you go getting those in, man. It's a big thing, right?
It is. I got those last week, but I just went and picked them up like yesterday. But I was out for the whole weekend doing stuff, so I came back and I was like, I don't want to deal with this right now. So they're just kind of sitting there, and I'll put them up sometime this week probably.
Yeah, but it's a fun time though especially when you get cases in, man, because it's like, you know, as collectors we're constantly buying figures, and it's like that joke where, like, you know, collectors never buy a new pair of underwear. I feel like it's the same thing with cases. You know? We're always like trying to pinch pennies for figures. I'm like, oh, I'll get the cases eventually. So that's cool, dude. That's awesome. Do you have to? So is it a fairly straightforward assembly process for them, I'm guessing?
Probably.
Yeah.
So, you know, 4 walls and a door.
Not too bad,
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
No idea. We'll see.
Yeah, I've thought about maybe converting to them eventually, and I know someone in particular in the chat would love for me to do that, but we'll see. I'm gonna say what's up to everybody in the chat though. That's awesome though, dude. Congrats on that, because yeah, it's like, it's so funny that collectors so often neglect the display case and like, oh, I'm finally gonna pull the trigger on the Maju cases. You know, it's just so funny how that works. But thank you so much for being here, of course, X-Man. And again, guys, we've got some more panel members joining us. Some great people in the chat, so it's going to be a fun time. So we got, starting us off, we got Payton 23 in the chat. a good friend and a moderator of the channel. Peyton, thank you so much for being here, my friend. I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. We got another good friend, Valk. I talk to Valk all the time now. Valk is the best. He's the man. Valk is also a channel member as well, a hotline hottie, as you guys love to call them. Valk says, good afternoon, everyone. Let's have a great show. Hotline hotties in the house. Good evening, Connor. Good evening to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much, as always, for the support. And thank you so much for being here, as always. We got Chunker in the chat, a channel member and a good friend. Chunker, somebody I talk to all the time as well. Chunker says, wow, so we're streaming whatever time Connor feels like today. Actually, this is the time that we always stream. So I know you're over there in the UK, so maybe you want to check your time because I think you're off. But thank you so much for being here, as always. Hey, dude, you got to set him straight. I'm not going to let him call me out, right? We can't let him do that to us because we were on time tonight. So, you know, daylight savings might be messing him up. Who knows? But thank you so much for being here, my friend. My boy... Evil Sneaker, Steve in the house, a channel member, a hotline hottie for 8 months. And Steve and I always joke around with each other and like we make fun of each other, like the stuff we say on our channels and stuff. So on TikTok, that's my thing. Every TikTok or when I post it to Instagram, whatever, I always start it with guys. So he always says that to me and I always say calling all ranks because that's what Steve says. So that's how we mess with each other all the time. So that's what the guys is from for you guys to understand that. But thank you for being here as always, Steve. And I was cooking Steve a little bit earlier, and he left me on red, so I'm surprised he showed up here. I'm just joking. I knew he wasn't mad at me. Thank you so much for being here, as always. We got my boy Jose in the chat. What is up, Jose? Thank you for being here, bro. Jose was like, dude, I'm there. I appreciate you, man. We'll have Jose on soon for sure. And Jose just got his channel started, so guys, if you haven't already, check out. I think it's Jose Plus on YouTube. I think that's what you go by. But definitely check out Jose, man. He's on that grind now. Once you get started, I'm like, Dan, you got the lights and everything. That's my first time seeing that. The whole
had to work for that one.
he stole Kiss's stage lights. But thank you so much for being here, Jose. And guys, yeah, check out Jose Plus. I think that's what it is. Jose, if not, correct us if not. But I think it's Jose Plus on YouTube as well. Or Jose something. I know it's Jose something. We got Mitchell Lawrence in the chat. What's up, Mitchell? Love the Paul Atreides profile picture. Mitchell says, passing through from London, UK, Great Britain. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know it's a bad time for you guys, especially you and Chunker and some other viewers. So I appreciate you stopping by. And if you're going to be watching the replay, I hope you enjoy the stream. Thank you so much for being here. We got 12-inch Moose Stream, the GOAT in the house. What's up, Moose? A channel member, a good friend, and my favorite goofball. Moose says, hello, community of collectors. I just pre-ordered Nazgul on the horse. Dang, that's an expensive set. I know. I think was it like $680 or something like that through kit. It's very expensive, and I think someone was saying like 8 or 9 of them to be accurate to the scene. So if anybody has that dedication to Lord of the Rings, that's going to be such an incredible display. Just a little mini army. And Legolas from Pop Culture. Why there? Well, it's because he has 10K pennies saved a bunch. So guys, if you aren't familiar, that is their reward system over there in Pop Culture. So
just one of each.
Maybe an army. Moose is crazy. He's so unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do. You know, he's got the best, I think, Jazz Inc. Batmobile collection I've ever seen. So maybe he'll do 8 or 9. Who knows? But thank you so much for being here, as always, Moose. Random Korean in the house. What's up, dude? Random Korean says, good day, guys. I'm planning on buying the WB100 Wonder Woman hot toy tomorrow. Does it still hold up today? Well, it hasn't been out that long, to be fair. It's been about a year. It's fantastic. I have it in my collection. I hope you're getting it for a fair price because it's selling for like almost $1,200 on eBay, I think, which is wild.
Yo, let me show you this right now. Since you bring it up, let me show you this right now. Let me show you how this holds up. All right, check this out. Check this out.
It's really good, man. And I'll say this while we're showing it here. This is what got me converted to the rooted hair thing, because if you guys are a long-time watcher of the channel, you guys know I always said, I'm not big on rooted hair. You know, it's not my thing. And this is the figure that got me. I got it, and I'm like, okay, that looks way better than sculpted hair. For me, it's all personal taste, but look at that, man. And just like yours, X-Man, mine is still holding up very well. In terms of the curls being in the hair, not having to mess with it or anything. So,
oh yeah, I love this figure. I look at this sucker every day, and I just love it.
Yeah, it's so good, and the body's great. So thanks for showing us that. But yes, Random Korean, I hope you get a great price on it. It's a solid figure, and it might be the only rooted hair Wonder Woman we have for a while. I know InArt's interested in it, but they're interested in a lot of things. So You know, I'm happy to have mine now. It's a fantastic figure, and that base is so sick too. Chunker, a channel member for 11 months. Thank you so much, Chunker. Almost a year, my sweet little hotline hottie. Wow, what have I set myself up for? Or I should say, what is Mike and you guys in the chat set us up for? Because it's your guys' fault, but I'll take it. Thank you so much for the amazing support, as always, my friend. 11 months. You might be one of the longest standing. I think you probably joined when I first opened the membership, so you're one of the longest standing, along with Moose and Steve and OG fan, everybody. You guys are the best. And yeah, and that was the person I was talking about in the chat that would be hyping you up for the Maju Space stuff. That was Steve. Thank you so much, Steve, for sharing the love for Maju Space. I knew you were going to. We got Sneaky Figures, a channel member, a good friend, and a moderator in here and the Facebook group as well. Thank you so much, Sneaky, for being here. I saw you on Kaiju Daddy's stream the other day. I had no idea that you stream, so it was cool to see you on there. Thank you so much for being here as always, bro. You know I appreciate you being here. And Ty as well, another good friend and a moderator. Ty says, hello, everyone. Jinx looks amazing. Yeah, I have no skin in the game for that, but I got to say I'm very, very impressed with the execution of the animated styling. I think she looks great. We're definitely going to talk about her tonight. The other League of Legends figure, I know that's like the game-related one. I'm skipping that one, guys. You know, it's my stream. We're not talking about that one tonight. So, yeah, we're skipping on that one. But thank you so much for being here, as always. Dude, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. You can't prove it. You don't have a video of the timestamp, so it's your word against mine. And who's gonna believe you over me? I don't know. Classic meme name. We got Jenna Talia in the chat. What's up, Jenna? Jenna says, "Hey everyone, new to the game." It's like Mike Latoris, like his classic name. We got another one in the mix. What's up, Jenna? Though I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the hobby. If you have any questions, like anything in particular you have a question about, feel free to throw it in, and if we catch it, happy to read and answer your question. And thank you for being here. Jose says, appreciate the plug. Yes, Jose Plus, OL, and let me know when you want me to make my hotline debut. Anytime, dude. Even right now, if you were bored, you could. Some rise to the occasion, some don't. So, no pressure, though. No pressure, though. You could certainly just watch. But thank you so much for being here, everybody. Big Dog Pound in the house. Big Dog Pound, Chris is not here. So I'm going to have to back my mic up and try my best to give you the best. Woo! Big Dog Pound says, excuse me, I was about to do the woo again. I can't do it twice. That's bad luck. Big Dog Pound says, happy Thanksgiving, tagging everybody. What's up, Big Dog Pound? Thank you so much for being here, bro. And bringing the energy that you always bring. We appreciate you. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And everybody else who celebrates. Let's see. Rusty is here. What's up, Rusty? Rusty says, hello, curators. Just ordered Marty McFly in the Western wear at $209. That is a fantastic price. And a very underrated representation of Marty McFly. I love the Part 3 figures. I think Hot Toys did a great job on them. Of course, you know, we have our qualms with like the Doc and Marty sculpts needing some updating because they kind of tweak it here and there, but still, I think those figures are fantastic. The layers, all the different accessories, just really, really cool. And let's see. Korean says, thanks for the live preview. We'll be paying around $700. That's not bad. Considering what it's going for on eBay, I think $700 is pretty fair. I think you're doing pretty good with that, and I think you'll be happy. If you like rooted hair, or if you're at least remotely interested in it, I think it's a good pickup. I really, really like that figure. Like I said, InArt is definitely considering doing it, but yeah, who knows when that'll happen. Ty says Batman is being ambushed by some gremlins. Is that behind me? Are there gremlins behind me? Maybe. Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're displaying.
Yeah, I got the NECA Mogwai all over the place.
Oh, that's I didn't even get that. That's hilarious.
They're awesome. I love them.
And yes, guys, as Big Dog Pound is reminding us, if you would like to become a channel member, a hotline hottie, if you will, there's a join button here on the stream, and there's also a link in the description. There's multiple tiers. There's emojis that we'll add to as we get more members because it does cut you off. But I would really appreciate the support. Of course, you don't have to, guys. Everything here is totally free, but those who do support, I really appreciate you. Let's see. We got Jordan Skinner. What's up, Jordan Skinner? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here as always. Jordan Skinner, as always, is our resident Heath Ledger Joker expert. So if you guys have any questions about that, definitely throw it in the chat for sure. Jenna says, thanks for the warm welcome. Of course, thank you so much for being here. We got JB in the house as well saying, evening hotties. What's up, JB? JB, I'm constantly thinking about you because I'm like, JB is going to kill me if I don't finish my RJ McCready custom video. So I have not forgotten about that. I just had so much going on. I have actually like 3 or 4 videos that I've started that I have to just film certain parts of. So I am planning on uploading that video. I know I said a million times, but I always think about you every single time. Jose's rising to the occasion, dude. So I have to send him the link. Let me see. I'm going to copy the link here. Sorry, guys. Bear with me, and we're going to get started on our first topic. Jose wants to jump in, so we're going to let him because we want Jose to hang out with us tonight. So, guys, as Jose joins us, like I said, we have at least 2 more panel members joining us as well. Jose's hopping in with us, which is awesome. I'm excited for that. We're going to get started with our first topic. John Wick is going to be more of a drawn-out topic because there's a lot of thoughts. So, X-Man's reading my mind here because he already knows that, of course, we're going to start with X-23. Now, I said this before, guys, you know, this was the one that I wanted the most. You know, especially if you're a big fan of the Logan film. Obviously, she was much younger. Daphne Keane was much younger in that film, but this has such a strong tie to that film. And that film is the piece de la resistance, you know what I mean? It's like, to have a X-23 figure, it's like, it's one of those figures, like, we're getting so much stuff right now that you would have never predicted Hot Toys would put out. And thankfully, Deadpool and Wolverine gave us that opportunity to get stuff like this with these cameos. So this is extremely exciting. I have some photos from JC Hong of this head sculpt, and it's truly mind-blowing. It really, really is. It's easily one of the best head sculpts they've done in a minute, and I feel like we've been saying that a lot lately, and that's kind of a good thing, you know? Hot Toys has been stepping their game up for sure in the head sculpt department. Instead of just... Perfect, dude. See, Mike's always ready, too. They were talking about X-23, and we got Mike 23 here. He's always ready, dude. Always.
What's up, guys?
Mike, what's going
up,
on?
man? Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So, dude, we're just getting started on X-23. You literally got here perfect time, and we just started our first topic. We actually were saying what's up to everybody in the chat, so it took a little bit. So,
okay, cool,
here, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Happy to be here. Sorry I'm late as always, but you know I'm here.
It's that time, dude. Whenever it gets around this time, people get busy. I was explaining at the beginning of the stream, like, you know, Chris being a UPS guy, it's rough for him.
Yeah.
And you know, Lane's helping out some family. He'll be here shortly. Sean, guys, I don't know. You know, Sean will be here in spirit. I don't know Sean in terms of... he's got something going on personally. I don't want to share it on stream if he doesn't want it shared. But I don't know if he'll be returning anytime soon because he has to focus on himself. But I'll find out and let you guys know as soon as possible. So whether Sean's here in spirit or in the chat, we wish Sean good luck. And we wish him well because we love Sean. And Sean's been here since the very beginning. Forgot to mention that at the beginning of the stream. But I don't know when Sean will return. But if he could be here, he would. I promise you guys. Because Sean loves being here with you guys. And again, he's been here since the very beginning. Are those actually metal? I didn't know that. I thought they were plastic.
They're stainless.
Cool. I'm sorry, not metal. Adamantium. My bad.
I wish I had some adamantium claws. Woo, I would die in like a day.
You'd be tearing up the whole city, dude. We can't trust you with that. The GOAT, the Jedi Night's Watch. Graham is here. What's up, Graham? I hope you're doing well, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, does he need an introduction? Not really, but Wolfpack Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Got to check him out over on Graham's channel with the boys, Brick Artemis, D-Lo, Evil Sneaker, I guess. You know, my boys all over on Wolfpack Wednesdays. So thank you so much for being here. Guys, Graham has been cranking out these in-art reviews, man. You got to check out his videos on the in-art figures. I might do one on Superman. I might not. We'll see. But Graham did some awesome videos. I've watched them, Graham. I didn't comment on both of them. I know I commented on your Superman one because I was messing with you. I'm like, wow, dude, I'm the only comment you didn't reply to. I was giving him shit for no reason. But thank you so much for being here, bro. I appreciate you. But yeah, guys, X-23, got some comments. This one was actually, this is pretty clever. This is the action Kendall Jenner. It's very fitting. She kind of looks similar in the face. It looks kind of similar, I'm not going to lie. Sneaky says X-23 looks crazy good. Dude, I agree. I will say this, and I don't know if you guys agree with me. You could tell me to shut up if you don't. I do think this kind of side-swept hair is really awkward looking. I'm not a huge fan of it. I feel like, could you make it work? Absolutely. Like maybe having her like dashing to the side with the claws swiping or something. And I get what they're going for. I do understand what they're going for. Though I'm very happy that they're including an alternate hair piece because I probably won't use this piece here. It's just a little weird looking to me. It's very, very pose specific. But apart from that, I think she looks pretty good. I love the seamless arms, love the backpack. I love the outfit that they chose for the costume design from the film. And again, this is the one that I wanted the most. Out of the four, the old Hot Toys Hotline would have easily pre-ordered all four of these and had no remorse doing it. But, you know, I'm trying to do better. So at the very least, I'll get this one and Gambit and most likely call it a day. And then again, with the Gambit, if Hono or, you know, Hot Toys decides to do a Marvel Comics version of that Gambit, I will definitely swap those guys out because I'd prefer an actual like comic animated version. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about her, apart from when we pull up the photos of the actual head sculpt, because I just want to kind of drool over it. But I'll jump to you, X-Man, because I know you're chomping at the bit to talk about this figure, because this is right up your alley if I've ever seen it. What are your thoughts on the figure? What are your thoughts on this? Like, I haven't seen too many people talking about, but like that hair swept to the side option. Again, for me, I don't hate it, but I'm not a huge fan. So being that I have the option to not display it, I'm definitely going to skip on that myself. What are your thoughts on it, dude? X23,
I think it's cool that they do it. I think it's one of those things, like sometimes it catches me as odd. Sometimes I like it. You know, it's one of those in between kind of things. Like, will I use it? Probably a little bit, but not usually. It won't be my main, you know, display for her. I'm glad that they did it, though. I do kind of wish the whole hair was kind of doing something different.
Yeah.
Rather than just like the one little bit in the back. But it does make it look like a nice light breeze kind of hit her, and you know, it's cool. I'm not against it. But everything else, man, like I was wondering if I wanted this to be artisan or not, and you know what? I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be artisan. I think this is great.
Yeah.
I'm because they've been doing the long hair where it's been more pliable lately, so that shouldn't be a terrible, you know, hindrance on movement like it has been in the past. I imagine. So I think that's good. She looks fantastic. I love that her shirt is accurate.
Dude, and the glasses.
You know,
how good do the glasses fit on the face? Like, I feel like we've been missing
the glasses
that.
are pretty
We've
cool.
been missing
I
that
don't even
from
see
Hot
like,
Toys, dude.
yeah, and it's weird because like it looks so natural with or without them.
That
isn't that great?
Yeah. The eyes, man.
Because I was immediately looking for like, you know, where is the hole or where's the give that the glasses should be there when they're not there, and it looks great without the glasses on.
Yeah,
I think that's fantastic.
I agree.
So it's going to be fun to pose her either way. But yeah, dude, 2 different sets of hands with claws, open and close. Is that I don't recall seeing a whole lot of
I
that
think it's
before.
always like a balled up fist. I think that's like the standard. And you know what this reminds me of, dude? When I see this kind of open, it's like the Predators, dude. All of the Predators come with a hand like that, and when you've got their wrist gauntlet expanded like that, it's exactly what it looks like. That's what it reminded me of the first time I saw it. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, yeah. I never noticed that. I didn't realize she comes with 2. That's really cool. Because like they have it here in this photo, how they got it mix and match, that it adds like a dynamic aspect to it, which I really like. That head sculpt, man. And it's a good point you make too about the artisan factor. I think I'm happy it's not artisan strictly in the fact that I don't want to spend artisan money on X-23. As much as I like the character, you know, it'd be different if we're talking about like her from Logan. You know, that's more of like a sentimental thing. But for this one, I think I'm cool with the sculpted too. Like, it does look a little bit chunky, I won't lie, but I think it works for her hairstyle. I will say that. I think it works.
Because we don't know when she last washed it, or did washed it well.
She is part of
we don't know how long she's been there.
She's hiding out in a hole, so who knows, man.
Yeah, they don't have luxury showers or anything like that. They're roughing it hard.
That's very true.
The only thing about this figure that really like kind of look at that height difference right there, right? See, look at that. Yeah. You know how tall Daphne Keenan is? Guess how tall she is.
If I had to guess, because I know Hugh Jackman is not super tall. What is she, like 5'6"?
She's 5'3".
Dang, so Hugh Jackman. Really,
guess how tall Wolverine is supposed to be?
What? Same
5'3".
Yeah.
And I see this, and I'm like, I see this, and I'm like, you know what, motherfuckers, you could make me a comic book Wolverine that is the right height. You could do it. You could do it. And every time I see this on my shelf, every time I see every other Wolverine that I have beside Hugh Jackman, I'm gonna be mad.
That would have been wild if we got
Be even more mad.
if we got the manlet Wolverine before X-23. That would have been crazy. By the way, I want to say before we say what's up to
shit.
legendary Lane Kramer. What's up, Reversio? Thank you so much for being here, bro. Showing me some love earlier on Instagram. I appreciate you, man. Zio and I are collectively drooling over the S-Hero figures because clearly he's also a big fan of Batman the Animated Series. So love talking Batman the Animated Series. It's a fun time to be a collector of DC for sure. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. But Zio says, "What's up, y'all? Look at this amazing panel. Like, hey, we appreciate you for being here, bro. We'll have to get you on someday. I think you're normally on Collector Joey. Joey and I still are trying to figure out scheduling. I feel like we've talked about it, and then we go for a hiatus of not talking about it, and then we talk about it. So maybe I'll be joining you over there one day on Joey's channel as well. But thank you so much for being here, bro. But Lane, the legendary Lane Kramer is here, as always. Whether late or on time, he's bringing his presence. Lane, thank you so much for being here. Dude.
Yeah, I was unfortunately busy literally being a limo driver. I literally just got home like 5 minutes ago.
In the Lamborghini, right? We talked about it earlier.
Yeah, the Lamborghini. Yeah, that's exactly it. Not quite that.
Something slight.
Yeah, no, but I did have a good time while listening to my cousin complain.
That sounds like a bad time.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had a good time listening to him complain because he was all thought he got the. I drive a Dodge Challenger, and my dad's younger sister and all her entire family has come here to visit me and my uncle, her older brother, and my dad's younger brother. So the girls arrived Monday night, and the gentleman arrived this afternoon. So my uncle and I had to play chauffeur for them to get them over to the house that they're renting. And the two brothers, who are a couple of years apart, but they're in their early 20s, did like kind of rock, paper, scissors, got a ride in the Challenger. They didn't realize that their dad was going to be riding with us. So he got stuck into the back. And there's not a whole lot of room in the back for a Challenger. And he's about 6'1". Oh, no. It was nice and slow. I was told by his dad to make sure to go slow.
Dude, you're supposed to just rip it, dude. You get
no, it was to make sure son got in the back.
about like, how we side. We're getting to chat as well.
Now,
thank
you have switch out.
I don't know if it's clever because I think better.
That way to like you.
He's like, oh, Blades, this is link. I'm like clicking on my this week.
There was that when
I need somebody I could. What?
I have recording.
Keep laughing like we're having.
Doing that. Hold on a second.
I don't know. That's
Just now saying it.
Guys, we had or
That's I don't understand. It's definitely StreamYard.
just stare at the pictures.
it might have said, "Sorry, come back, grind on weave, grind on Ninibot."
Oh, dude, I've literally never had this happen before. That's crazy. I'm setting up a new stream right now. Of course, I don't have the freaking thumbnail on my phone or on my computer. Someone's got to keep him entertained in chat, though. I tried on the. That's crazy. Just bear with me.
Yeah, no, I have a couple people.
Schedule for later. We're gonna
chat as well.
Oh, is it coming back?
there it is.
I don't know if it's clever because I think that way to like.
It's kind of still broken though.
Blades, this is like I'm thinking my this week.
I think it's back.
I need somebody I can.
Well, that's so behind, dude.
Chat as well.
I would
It's coming
probably
back.
say
You hear that?
Clever because I think
Yeah.
that way to like stare at the pictures.
Guys, can you hear us right now? We can hear it coming back. Is it coming back?
I need somebody I can.
yeah, no.
It's like-
dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so guys, I'm fairly certain that was a StreamYard issue, like StreamYard was crashing, because there was nothing wrong on our end. Like, we didn't do anything differently than we ever do. So I apologize for that. I know we lost a lot of viewership. I don't blame you guys because you can't hear anything, but I think we're back. Does it sound okay?
I think Pedro says it's all right.
Pedro said I could hear. Clinton said, there you go. Okay, guys, if it starts happening again, please let me know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to chalk it up to it's a StreamYard issue, but that sucks because now everybody left and they're not going to be able to enjoy the rest of the stream. But it's all right. Once we start talking about John Wick, everybody's going to pop in. But okay. Cool. I think we're good to go. So, guys, sorry about that. That was a very long intermission. JB said, I think, can hear now. Sound is very choppy. Is it still choppy? Because it sounds like it's catching up. Is it still choppy? Sounds good. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna roll with it,
Playback.
guys. It's either we roll with it for now and see if it improves, or we have no stream because I think it's StreamYard. So we're gonna roll with it. You guys deserve a stream, so cool. All right, so we're gonna roll with it.
Loud and
So,
clear.
anyways,
Loud and clear
awesome.
in the feedback.
all right, okay, cool. Appreciate that. So, guys, back to the topic. X-23. Sorry about that, guys. Jose, we're gonna jump to you, dude. Since it all started happening right when you got in here, we'll jump to you.
Oops. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Too much plus.
Right? It's all
Yeah,
that
we
plus.
plussed it too much. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on X-23? I was sharing earlier with the guys, like, I'm not a huge fan of the hair swept to the side. I probably will not use that piece personally. I'm glad that it has a swap out piece for that as well. But other than that, I think the sculpt's really good. I love the accessories. X-Man pointed out that she has an alternate swap out type of claw hand, which I think is really cool too.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have it as like a way to add some like dynamic posing to it with having one with the fisted claw and the other one open like this. I think it's really cool. So what are your thoughts on the figure, man? And what are your thoughts on the side swept hair piece? Because I want to hear everybody's thoughts on that because I'm very curious.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's very, like you said, pose specific. If you're going to do an action pose or something like that, then that might work. But I probably wouldn't use it. I think you can tell more that it looks like more spaghetti with that wave. It looks a bit more spaghetti than the normal. You can hide that a little bit better. It looks a little bit more realism with the hair down, just kind of straight versus the wavy hair there. But man, overall, man, I love this figure, man. I know you guys were mentioning that you would prefer the one from Logan, the younger version of her, you know, when she was 11 or whatever. And I totally get that. But I mean, this is still the same character, just, you know, many years later. So it's still the same version. It's still Daphne Keane, you know, and then a lot of people are kind of weird about owning kid figures, right? So, you know, this is now she's an adult, she's over 18, you know, so if that's a thing for you, I don't know why, but some people are weird about that, then, you know, now you have a version here of a much older X-23 or Laura that you can purchase. So I want to get the whole Resistance, all of them. I love all of them. So that's kind of what I want to do. So this one was one that I definitely already went ahead and put in my pre-order for. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. I want it. I want to put it next to Wolverine, even though it's not her Logan, but you know, it's gonna be great anyways.
Yeah, no, well said, dude. And I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on the full resistance. I said earlier, like for me, I'm going to do my best to resist the other two. As much as you guys know I love Blade, but like I've got the Present Toys Blade and I've got the So Toys Blade Trinity version. So I think I'm going to do my best to skip out on Blade, and like Elektra, it's whatever. I will say, Graham, how dare you? But this was hilarious. This is a very hilariously disrespectful $2 donation. Thank you so much, Graham. Graham says this is towards Connor's StreamYard bill. Yeah, so guys, you didn't see it, but like I was asking for a bill extension on StreamYard off screen. That's why they cut our audio. That's how they do it. Like they start with the audio and then the video. They cut that afterwards. So that's why I got it fixed again. I paid my bill. So. But thank you so much, Graham. I appreciate you, my friend. We left out at X-Men's. Oh, so that's where we left off. So that is the point at which it cut out. That's hilarious because I started talking about that right afterwards. I just feel really bad, those who are watching this on the replay, because they're going to be like, what the hell is going on? There's a gap of like 15 minutes of them saying nothing. So I wonder, I'm very curious to see if that actually comes through on the replay. I highly doubt it. But yeah, that was a very unfortunate event right there. But yeah, well said, Jose. Mike, I want to jump to you. And while we jump to you, since we've looked at these other photos, I want to pull these shots of the head sculpt up from JC Hong, because this head sculpt is like pretty damn spot on to me. I think it's like at least like 90% there, if not 95%. And of course, maybe they'll make some tweaks, or, they'll adjust the paint apps a little bit towards the final product. But man, this looks really, really, really good. And I think the figure overall, it's her outfit is really cool, but it's a very basic outfit, the basic costume design. And I think having a sculpt so good really elevates a overall basic outfit and makes some people probably want to get the figure because of it. So, Mike, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the side-swept hair as well? Again, I'm just very curious to hear. And guys in the chat, if you want to share your thoughts on the side-swept hair, because I'm very curious to hear what people have to say about that. And we're going to ask the same thing about John Wick as well. But Mike, you have the floor.
Oh, I agree with everything you guys said. I think the side swept hair will look really, really good pose specific, and I think I'm glad it's there. Glad we have it. I was saying before on another stream that I think it would be cool if we had basically the same piece just mirrored, and you got two of them, so that way you have the option to have her going one way,
different
the
sides.
other way.
That's smart. Yeah.
But we got. I think. Yeah, like you said, I think if they increased the spacing between, like, it's cool that it's not like just one chunk of hair and one chunk of hair. We
like
have
Black
all those
Widow, like they did with her. Yeah,
we got all those cut throughs like that. If they just increased those by like 50% more, it might have looked a little bit more realistic. But, I can live with it. I don't think it looks terrible. I think it could look better, but I don't think it looks terrible. I don't think it's a reason to pass on the figure.
Let me jump on one point that you just brought up, Mike. A lot of people are saying that they don't want to buy this version because she's in her civilian clothes. But how many people, how many Wolverines have you guys bought with the wife beater and jeans? So it's like, it's like I don't understand that logic.
That's the uniform.
I was gonna make that comment too. It's like that's one of the cool things about Wolverine is that he doesn't really have a secret identity. I mean, he's Logan. His identity is secret to himself. So. That's what's kind of cool about him. He can rock the street clothes and he looks just as cool. And I think you could say the same thing about her. What I was going to say about her is if you had told me, just in general, not in the context of X-23, but if you had said like, hey, a teenage girl in street clothes is going to look like one of the most badass figures you could have on your shelf, I really wouldn't have been able to like imagine what that looks like. But her even in a museum pose in some of these shots looks really, really cool. And another thing that I like, that this is just by coincidence, or not coincidence, but the way they have her dressed, and by the fact that, she's already, I think 17 here. That doesn't mean she can't get taller. She may get taller, but if she's only 5'3", she's like not much taller than she was when we saw her in Logan. So she still has that diminutive stature, which makes her look kind of like the badass that we remember from Logan. So for me, she checks that box of like, even though she's not a little girl, she's still a young woman, and she checks that box of like how cool she was in Logan too. For me,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is like being the fact that this isn't 20 years later, where she's like in her 30s or 40s or something. This is
That's
still
true.
like
It's not like a huge time jump.
yeah, like this still is like, you know,
It could be
the girl we remember. Yeah, I mean, like I guess time could work.
She could be 60 right now. We don't know.
Right. But I guess what I'm driving at is like if some customizers out there make the T-shirt, because the glasses I believe are the same. So like if you swapped out the T-shirt, like basically what I'm trying to say is you could give her that Logan look if you really wanted to. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
I
Daphne
think-
Keene is 19, Mike.
she's 19 now, but she was 17.
She
when
was
they shot the
18
film.
when the filming
18
started.
a year ago when it was filming. Yeah.
Yep, she turned 18
She's
in
gonna be
January.
28.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Started filming
This is
in March.
January birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. Thank you so much for that. I throw everything I said away. Wow.
Sorry, I know you missed me fact checking you, Mike. So I had to.
Just for the guys who are worried
It
about
wasn't
it.
really much of a factor, but yes. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So
They
she's
double
18.
team.
You said she was
Everything.
17. But
She's
whatever.
18. Okay. Then let's.
She was legal the whole time, guys. It's
She was
okay.
legal the whole time. Let's put
Yes.
her in. Let's put her in the costumes from the comics now. You know, but anyway, my point is like, I think she looks awesome. I don't really have much more to add. I've droned on longer than I justified all these words. So whatever, she's cool, man. Am I getting her? Probably not, because I'm kind of narrowing down the fact that I like go off into all these tangents as far as figures go. I need to really focus on Batman and Star Wars.
Same, dude.
So, you know, but I would have thought maybe Gambit would have been the number one pick for me. We still have to see what he looks like. But as of now, I'm much more excited about her after seeing her than I thought I would have been. And I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, me too. And you know, I kind of said that with Gambit too. If I see him in figure form, they got some like cool ass magical card effects and everything. I'll probably be like, damn, I kind of want that. I mean, you know, I already want a Gambit for the collection. But yeah, I totally agree. When I saw her in figure form and I saw the sculpt was, I'm like, yeah, that's dope. I definitely want that. By the way, what's up to Brick, Yomo? I know a lot of people popped in and out when we were having issues there with the FBJ, Mary Sullivan. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us. Like I said, I know that was kind of a pain in the ass, but guys, we're going to move on from X-23. It seems like everybody's pretty much on board. She looks pretty awesome. The sculpt's great. Really cool accessories. So we're going to move on from X-23. The next one is going to be like kind of an open discussion because, you know, I don't have too much to say about it personally, and I think maybe a lot of people don't, but I could be wrong. There's Jinx from Arcane, the Arcane show. Every person that I know has told me to watch this show and says it's just incredible, and I know it won a lot of awards and stuff, so I'll definitely check it out. But with that being said, I'm just really impressed with the implementation of this figure. I love the steampunk look. This like shark, I'm guessing this is kind of like a rocket launcher.
Energy rocket launcher.
That little Gatling gun is sick. Like, I just love her pirate / steampunk look. I think she looks awesome.
Which is very to her original skin form, how she first appeared, even though it looks a little bit more modern. All the weapons are very much based off her original look.
That's cool. I like that. And the other thing that I find very interesting is like seeing this next to that third-party SW Toys one. This, I think it's SW Toys. I could be wrong.
It's One Toys.
One Toys. Oh, it is One Toys.
Actually, I'm debating canceling it right now.
I think SW Toys did one as well, actually. I think there's two of them. I think so. I could be wrong. Let me see. SW Toys, Jinx. Just a quick little Google. I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But you are right about One Toys, because they're the same people that made the Kratos. But comparing it to the other third-party option or options, I think this looks heaps better than those. Just the details in the sculpt. Also, like, you know, we can kind of throw out the window of they can't paint silicone bodies anymore because they've done it here. They managed to do that little design on her abdomen area and her arm. Yeah, and it looks really good. I don't know how durable that'll be, so I don't know if I would recommend like holding on to that too much when you're posing her, but I think she looks really cool, man. Like I said, I have no skin in the game. I haven't seen the show. I will never play the game because it's just not my thing. But everybody has been recommending the show since I can remember, so I'll definitely check it out. Who knows? Maybe I'll like the show and pick this up. As of right now, I have no interest in it, but I think it's really cool. And it looks like her ponytail is just like Fennec, with her ponytail running down her back. It's posable and has wire in it, I think. So that's really cool. Like I said, I don't have too much to say about it. It's just cool. It's really cool.
And they do already have 2 other Leaf figures. Obviously, one just got released. While it's not directly Arcane, they're all part of the League of Legends universe. Because League of Legends is a multiverse. It has been a multiverse for years. She does kind of look like one of the Lost Boys from Hook. I won't deny that, with less maybe like feathers mixed into her outfit.
So I thought, Lane, when you said Lost Boys, I was going the other way with Lost Boys.
You're going more vampire. No. Yeah, no, less Kiefer Sutherland, more Dante Bosco.
Gotcha. Pedro says, I took the time to watch the first episode. So far, so good. Hey, that's what it takes. You're not hooked by that first episode. A lot of people quit right there, so that's good.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered her.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
I figured you would. Yeah. FBJ is excited. I know FBJ is a big fan of this show. He's talked about it before, so congrats on that, FBJ. I don't know. Did you ever play the game, FBJ? I don't know if you did or not.
I suck at the game. I can say that without missing. But I love the show.
That's good. It's good that there's a show counterpart. Also, like Fallout 2, you know, people who aren't big into playing video games, but they enjoyed the show. It's cool that you can kind of enjoy Fallout that way. And, you know, whenever that happens. Not Halo. We don't talk about that show. But Moose says, I've watched 3.5 episodes so far, and I want this figure. It can go with a Spider-Verse. That's actually pretty cool.
The art style does kind of fit, honestly, that in certain respects.
Of course, you know, I was hoping that when the screen cut off and my audio was out, Steve would leave so he couldn't come back to roast me. But here he is.
The Seeker is not wrong with that.
He said, I'll watch the show, buy all the figs, and then buy whatever. That is not true, dude. Anything could happen. Literally anything could happen. I might not like the show. Who knows?
Although
you'll like the show.
Yeah, if we take bets on the actual scenario, I'll take the money.
Dude, I'm doing real good right now. I'm in a good place. I'm selling stuff off that I don't need. I'm dodging stuff left and right. Dude, I'm just, let me be. Jose and Mike already made me buy a 2022 Batmobile. So I have to, and Steve too, I have to cut it off, dude. I have to cut it off somewhere.
Did you thank them?
Yeah.
I didn't thank them.
Yeah,
why not? You need to thank them. That is a wonderful vehicle.
Do you know how much I've sacrificed? No.
Yeah, you know, I haven't. Are you getting the Bat Missile?
No, I'm not, Lane. I'm not getting the Bat Missile, dude. What are you?
Are you sure?
Are you crazy?
I thought he said whistle.
I don't know. The Bat
1,000%. I am not getting that Bat Missile because it's literally. Why would I have the complete vehicle? Why would I buy the missile? And that's no disrespect to anybody that's buying it. It just doesn't make sense for my collection. I'm not getting the Bat Missile.
Right, someone put it the way with the Bat Missile is like it's like 2/3 of the price of the full scale Hot Toys, but it's like 1/3 of the actual vehicle that you're paying for. It's like,
and isn't it
it's
longer?
Funny to think about that way.
Isn't it longer?
It's a little bit longer than the Hot
So it's
Toys.
like, how does that make sense? Make that make sense. We can't. We can't make it make sense. So.
Yeah, but. I will say I really enjoyed the show. I didn't like the last 3 episodes quite as much as I liked pretty much the first 15 episodes of it, because I personally found it like ran way fast through a lot of plot lines, like super fast. It felt like there was supposed to be another season for it, but it did cost like $250 million to do. So I can understand where. So the bean
I think the
counters
Fallout
said,
show might have been better, Lane.
I loved Fallout.
I haven't watched.
I'm
Fallout.
not. But no, I'm just joking around but the Fallout show was so good, dude.
Yeah.
and I'm a longtime Fallout fan, so to see a show being made, I was hesitant because we saw what they did to our boy Master Chief. But dude, they freaking killed it. The smartest thing about the Fallout, and I don't want to go on a tangent about shows, so I'll end it here, but the fact that they were smart enough to say, okay, let's have the feel of the games, but let's not retell the story from the games. That was brilliant because that's what made it good to me. It's because one, your viewers didn't have to have any prior knowledge of anything. They could be completely new to the universe and enjoy it. And two, they're not ruining any stories that we know and love. You know what I mean? They're starting new ones, new characters.
Well, that's how this works. Is you don't have to. I've never played the games,
and that's what I've heard about Arcane.
Yeah, and I am 1,000% into this show. Also, Ella Purnell voices this character.
Yeah, who's in the Fallout show. She's the main character, Lucy. So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
she's great. She's great in them.
Yeah, she did such a good job in the Fallout show.
Now, the one thing I'm wondering here is like on the strap and, you know, her top her top, is that a nylon material?
Her top certainly does not look like pleather. I couldn't. Oh, the strap looks like plastic, actually.
I think the buckle itself, the part that's resting on her, I think that's plastic, but I think the rest might be pleather.
I'm just wondering because, like, after they showed, like, I'm wondering if they're moving more towards just completely nylon because, like, the Purge Trooper was pointed out by someone who already picked it up that the actual pauldron is actually
nylon,
nylon and the straps are still pleather, which is that's still a big problem. But where maybe just nylon is just becoming the standard thing because, of course, I'm thinking, hey, Andor season 2 Death Trooper specialists with nylon pauldron and stuff. Let's do it.
I'm just tired of the pleather in general. Like, especially, you're doing an artisan figure and it has pleather. That's BS. So let's hope with Anakin, they're like, hey, guys, we realized the error of our ways. And they give us a leather tabard with Anakin. I highly doubt it, but that would be awesome. Moose says, topic 4.25. How will tariffs affect the hobby? Thanks, MAGA. Dude, I don't have that answer for you. Everything is going up in price. We know that the figures are going up in price, so that's all I can tell you, dude. The prices are still going up. And, with companies adopting, like, the rooted hair stuff, the wool rooted hair stuff, dude, I don't even want to tell you what I pre-ordered the other day. Lane knows and Mike knows. A couple other people, I showed them what I pre-ordered the other day. I'm sick. Dude, there's something wrong with me. But yeah.
We've been telling you that for years, though.
I know, dude. I know. Everybody's saying the Fallout. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed that Fallout show, dude. I'm glad, man. Like I said, anything that introduces fans to something that I love, and it's good,
it got a bunch of people to play a bunch of the games, like Fallout 3
like
and
Fallout
New Vegas,
76.
great.
Fallout 76 had a
okay,
huge
that's not a great Fallout game.
It's still fun now. They've made a lot of updates, so it's still.
I don't count that as a real Fallout game, though.
All right, whatever, Lane. Go back to the
wasteland.
Well, considering I started with the first Fallout, which was an isometric RPG.
That's an interesting. Sneaky said he thought that the Last of Us show should have been a side story. I don't know, dude. I really liked that show to the point where I bought the figures from it. I really liked that show. I really enjoyed it. And by the way, what's up, Gio? I kind of waved at you, but we were in the middle of a chat. But yeah, guys, does anyone have anything to add about Jinx? Like I said, for me, I don't have anything else to say. I think she's really cool looking.
They haven't approved that laughy face, though. That's still pending licensor approval.
Yeah, I guess they just kind of put that out there for the time being. So
she's got a lot of really nice accessories. I think she could use more though. Like Jinx has a lot of gadgets and stuff, right? Like she's like Batman level almost with the gadgets.
Yeah,
but like
she's also on the almost.
But like she's also a very expressive character, like physically. I feel like she could probably do with at least a third sculpt and probably like 12 more friggin' hands if we're being honest, because she's just she's all over the place with everything. She's a very kind of, I hesitate to use the word controlled, manic kind of character.
And I guess that's why Mitchell is saying her character is annoying. The manic part, I feel like that fits.
Mitchell, we're not cool anymore.
But that's she literally is the way the character.
So is she like kind of like Tiny Tina from Borderlands? Like is she that manic?
No, she's Harley Quinn. She's when she was originally created, she's like the crazy Harley Quinn-esque character for League of Legends.
Oh, I could definitely see that in the smiling sculpt. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what she originally was. Now this version of Jinx basically pretty much looks like the original. There's been a bunch of different universe versions of some of these characters. I mean, there's a Sailor Moon-esque version of Jinx, for heaven's sakes.
And then there's like pop star versions of some of the characters too.
She had not been Kata, which actually has songs and #1 hits because they're quote voiced by some actual singers and stuff like K-pop idols and stuff. But
all right, so
this is a good interpretation of the character.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I like the base. I see what Dave's saying about the hands because, it reminds me, it's like a flashback of the 501st Deluxe Troopers. It didn't even come with a hand to hold the turret. It looks like she has something for the cannon. I don't know if it has any sort of like handle on the side or anything. It looks like she just throws it over her shoulder.
She's got enough hands to do what she needs to do with her accessories, but like she needs like the finger guns hands. She doesn't have those, which is why I'm conflicted about getting rid of my order for the third-party version because she has that. And I'm
Well,
like
you
wondering
could
if
just
I
get
can
rid
mix
of
and match
that,
maybe.
and
I
then
don't
like
know.
Toy Anxiety can sell the hands off or something. You could just buy the hands. That's what I would
That
do.
was a thought that I had. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I'm not
Jose,
sure.
dude, you excited for this one, man? The Jinx? I could see it on your face, man. You just really want the. No,
No, actually, I haven't seen the show.
Yeah,
So
me either.
I have no idea, man. It sounds cool, and what you guys are saying sounds interesting. I'm actually more interested in checking out Fallout based on what you guys are saying.
Dude,
I haven't seen
to.
Fallout
It's
either.
So good, man.
So-
You see
So
that, then
good.
you're gonna want to buy one of the 3-0 mecha suits for like $400. Those are
Oh,
cool.
I pre-ordered all 3 of those, dude. Come on now. Guys, we're moving on to John Wick because I know this has been a hot topic this past couple days. These past couple days. So I'm very interested to hear everybody's thoughts because, you know, I've seen a lot of negative stuff about this one. And I'm going to start it off, probably maybe upsetting some people. I think people are jumping the gun once again. I really think they are. And trust me, I know, and I will say it with you. Those photos that were put up by Hot Toys were awful. I think like 95% of them did a horrible job at showcasing the head sculpt. So I'm going to start by saying that. I'm right with you. When I first saw it, I was like, really, Hot Toys? But I didn't immediately say, like, oh, they screwed it up. It's horrible. They did a terrible job. What did they do? You know, the comments, you know, I've seen all the comments and stuff. And, you know, it sometimes you got to take a step back and look at what you're presented and be like, okay, this is what the sculpt really looks like, and this is a really bad picture. So I'm going to show you, in my opinion, what's a really bad picture. Well, this is a really bad picture here. Yellow lighting.
Yeah.
Yellow lighting is never good for a human head sculpt. That's just how it is. And it always blows out the features. The beard looks super weird here. The mouth looks even weirder with the drowned out yellow lighting. It makes it look weird. Same here. Again, all these photos with this yellow lighting, I totally understand. Here, not so bad. Again, the lighting, I prefer, this is the worst. Like this one to me looked like John Travolta. Like this is easily the worst of the photos. That's what I saw when I saw this photo. So guys, I totally understand.
Right
Right? It kind of, like if you kind of squint your eyes, like shit, that looks like young John Travolta. So yeah, like these photos here, these orangish yellow ones, these are the worst for sure. This one I saw a lot of people using as like an example of a bad. I thought this was one of the better photos, honestly, that they put up.
Because the other ones are so bad.
Right,
It
because
is
the
one
other
of
ones were
better
so
ones.
terrible.
Yeah.
These are the ones right here where I'm like, okay, I like the softness of the gray background. I like the white lighting on the face. I think this did a better job at showcasing the sculpt. Because you could see more of the features. You could see how the beard looks painted and how it's sculpted. There's another photo of like, see, this photo was the one that I saw where I'm like, take a deep breath, okay? This doesn't look too bad. This looks like the prototype. And guys, I know a lot of people are in disagreement. Compare this photo to one of the prototype photos that's almost in the exact same configuration with the hair and everything. It looks almost identical. I really nitpicked it. I zoomed in. I'm like, what has changed? I could see that like the lines in his face have softened a little bit. The little wrinkles, like when you kind of squint your eyes a little bit, those have softened a little bit. The beard is painted a little bit differently. But apart from that, guys, it's the same head sculpt. So let's not pretend that Hot Toys just went into their bank and said, you know what, screw this head sculpt that everybody liked. Let's just do a completely new sculpt. This is the same head sculpt.
Right. The first
Again-
head sculpt wasn't that great anyway. It wasn't
Right, so
10,
if
it
you
was
weren't
either
a- it's-
9 or yeah.
Right. If you weren't a fan of the original head sculpt, then I understand your frustration. But there's people that were acting like, respectfully, this is my opinion, they were acting like this is a completely different head sculpt. And it is not. This is the same head sculpt. And you really have to take the time to compare to the prototype photos, which are still up on Sideshow, and you will see it is the same head sculpt. Again, I could see where some of the lines in the face soften and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you don't like this head sculpt, I think you just don't like the head sculpt. It's not a matter of a bait and switch by Hot Toys. They pulled the rug on us. They gave us a different sculpt than was presented. This is the same head sculpt, and I'm very confident in saying that because again, I was talking to Mike too because Mike, and I'm not gonna spoil it for Mike on his opinion, and I'm very curious to hear his thoughts now because when Mike initially saw it too, he's like, "Dude, what the hell?" And I had to be like, these are my findings. This is what I think, and maybe Mike has seen it differently now. I don't know. It kind of seemed like he did, but we'll see. That's why I want Mike to go next. But yeah, for me, I have the perspective too. I owned the Johnny Silverhand. That sculpt was awful, and he had like this weird elongated head, and I didn't like that sculpt at all. The John Wick Chapters 2 sculpt was like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't horrible. I think at the time it was probably like an 8 for a lot of us, but as it's aged, you're like, oh, that was kind of bad. So I can confidently say this is one of the best Keanu Reeves John Wick sculpts that have been done. And there's been some decent, like, kind of expensive custom ones. A lot of those third-party ones were pretty bad, too. I think this is better than a lot of them, if not all of them, most of them. So that's my stance on it, guys. Might be a hot take, because I know a lot of people were crapping on this one. I'm calling it now, though, after seeing the in-hand videos, and I do have a video for you guys. I'm calling this the Attack of the Clones Anakin V2, because that was another sculpt got absolutely annihilated for no reason. It looks great, and everybody wants it now. Everybody's buying the Attack of the Clones Anakin. I've seen so many ISO posts the past month for Attack of the Clones Anakin, because, again, you know, no fault to anyone else, Hot Toys put up some really shitty photos of it, and it made the sculpt look not nearly as good as the prototype. But sometimes you just gotta wade through the BS, you know, look at the evidence presented to you and wait. That's the best thing to do, is wait. And then once you see the in-hand photos that are in clear lighting, then you could be like, okay, this kind of sucks. So that's my thought on it, guys. Again, I know some people are probably like, this guy's an idiot. I don't agree. I don't think this is a huge fail. And that's not anybody in particular. I'm just saying in general, because I saw a lot of comments shitting on this head sculpt. Yeah. I don't think it's that bad, guys. I think it's actually pretty good. And I'm a fan. And there's another thing that I want to talk about, but I'll let everybody kind of jump in on it. There's one thing that I am concerned about, and that goes along with the cane. But I want to jump to Mike, because I'm very curious to see where you stand now. Again, I do have a video, and I'll do the favor to the chat now. I'll pull up some photos. This is from Azuki's Toy. I think I'm pronouncing that right. He took some pretty cool photos of it. Obviously, this one has a little bit more like shadows on the sculpt and everything, but I still think it paints it in a pretty decent light. But Mike, I want to jump to you, and I'm going to pull this up, guys, and I'm going to make a poll as well. This is the question of the day. What am I doing? This is the question of the day. Does John Wick suck? And I'm gonna let you guys vote with your speak with your votes, and I'm gonna put up a poll as well. But Mike, you have the floor.
Yeah, it was one of those people that was maybe a little too reactionary when they first posted the pictures, but that's just because we love the character so much, right? We want everything to look great that we're interested in. But I'm not opposed to buying figures with less than stellar head sculpts. I have the Mace Windu. I have the Obi-Wan, not the Kenobi show one. That one looks much better, but you get my point. You know what I mean? If you want the character and this is the best representation you can find, oftentimes you'll go with it even if it's not perfect. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah. But I think it was the Figure Hideout Instagram video.
That's the one that really turned the tide for a lot of people, dude. And that's the one I originally sent you, and I was like, this might make you feel better about it. And
and it did. And plus, he's very slick. His videos are fantastic too. Yeah. So like just the way he showed off all the accessories and everything. You know, I'm stuck. I'm at the point where it's like, I love this character. I had plans to have him on my shelf, and either I live with the sculpt or I just don't have a John Wick, right? So, I mean, I know there are other versions I can get, but I'd want this one. I'd want the newer one from Hot Toys rather than maybe a third party or something like that. Is that it right there, or that's Azuki still? Okay.
This is Azuki still. This is Azuki's photo.
You know, man, I think Keanu's just got one of those weird faces. Like Ewan. It's like maybe
Ewan's the same way.
Hard to capture.
And dude, the beard. That's the other thing. Remember we talked about that when this first dropped. I'm like, Hot Toys kind of did Keanu a favor because he has a very patchy, like he has that very unique looking patchy beard, and they never capture that. They always kind of like fill it in, which, you know, it's not like he's asking for that in licensing. I highly doubt it. He's a very humble guy, you know.
I think the hardest beards to do the easiest beards to do are long beards and then just painted stubble. And Keanu's kind of in between that, where he's actually got some growth, but like how do you sculpt that and add patches that don't look like crap? You know what I mean? On
like Freddy Krueger, dude.
Yeah, it was kind of tough to do that. I think, you know, see how like his beard looks a little bit lighter here. Like in the Hot Toys photos, it looks really black and just like almost like the, you know. Whatever, man. I'm very tired today. It's hard for me to formulate my sentences well. I think it looks better, like you said, with the more natural lighting than yellow. And I'm happy that I'm happy that in maybe non-professionals' hands, it looks better than it does in whoever
that
the
sad?
professional
Like-
was. Yeah, that is
Like
sad.
JC Hong uses his phone to take those pictures of the head sculpts. That's
Oh, and
that's
they
really what
all-
he uses. So it's like
Yeah, on a pencil, and they just look
Right.
fantastic.
right, right.
So, I'm gonna keep my pre-order. I'm not gonna sell this. I need John Wick fighting RoboCop on my shelf, and that's what I'm gonna do.
RoboCop.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
I mean,
so I'm not
technically,
opposed to, like-
Mike, that could not happen because RoboCop is in the 80s.
Wait, so oh my god, so that's never happened.
Peter Weller's still alive.
Yeah, Peter. Well, it can happen. It can happen. Listen, there's time travel, right? There's multiverse.
Right. Where's the
I mean,
multiversal RoboCop?
I mean,
movie, dude?
John Wick's basically a superhero, right?
He is. Well, let's talk about something other than just the head sculpt. Do you guys think the tailoring and the body proportions
Okay,
look
so
good?
That's a good
okay,
thing.
so this is the
Yeah,
photo I
good
wanted
point.
to show here, and this is what I didn't want to bring up. That is what I'm worried about, because I will say this, and I had him off screen because I wanted to show you guys. The one thing that really bugged me, and this is straight out of the box, I haven't like steamed him or anything. I'm sorry, like the clothes look shitty on Kane. Let's just be real. Like that is not how the clothes were tailored in the film. Now, again, like maybe it's my copy. Maybe mine got a little scrunched up when it was being packaged, but like look how like loose and like folded up this looks. It definitely needs some the head sculpt though, of course, is amazing of Donnie Yen there, but I'm not a huge fan of the clothes, and that is exactly what I was waiting for someone to bring that up, Mike. I'm worried that they use the same material on John Wick, because my complaint with the material on Kane is it's too thin, so it doesn't hold its shape very well, so it doesn't quite look like a well-tailored suit. And I saw someone pull the blazer off of him and just have him in that turtleneck, and I was like, that's actually like a much better look. So,
But is this jacket? It looks like it's wired, which would be cool, maybe in some action poses.
yeah, which
But
this
is that
is
the case?
too, actually.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
this
wired.
is
That's
too,
why it's all
actually,
crumbled
yeah.
up like that.
Yeah,
So in other
it's
words,
just-
if you take advantage of that, it can look great.
I just think
if
it needs
you-
steam on this one. I think that might be what it is. I just don't like, and then the material's really thin. That's the other thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm
But does he-
crying for nothing.
Do you have some full body shots? Because I want to see, like, does he look lanky? Does he have those long
so I
piano
do-
legs?
So let's do this. I'm actually going to pull up this review that I had prepared, just so we can talk about it. And this shout out to Toys Assemble. I just talked to them recently about maybe collabing with them. Seems like a really nice dude, and he sells to a lot of YouTubers and stuff. So he also has a store, Toys Assemble. Never bought from him, so I'm not promoting anything, but he seems like a really cool guy.
I think I saw this video. It's got like a kind of an odd song choice, I think, for this. Not bad. I just thought it was interesting.
I love that the bow actually can shoot. Like,
Yes,
Figure Hideout did that in his video. He shot the arrow. I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I thought that was pretty cool.
So yeah, there are some full body shots of him in here.
See, that's why the jacket looks so weird, because it's wired. I got it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at first.
And the material does look kind of thin. I love the box though. Like Kane and John both have that unique looking, like almost like classic, like Las Vegas looking box. I know it's like that continental.
It's like an Art Deco vibe.
Yeah, it's really cool. But he has some pretty nice shots of the sculpt in this video, even though the lighting's not super strong. Like I think it looks pretty good. It's
Pretty good. Mm-hmm.
You know,
looks
if
pretty
you
good.
that looks cool. And then if you move the eyes there, I bet it would come to life even more.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, when this sculpt was first shown, like the prototype, I hated the wet hair, and it's kind of growing on me after seeing these in-hand shots. I kind of like it. It's very like dynamic looking.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like that scene where he's in the club and he's running. I don't know who that like
Yeah.
big husky dude is with the gold teeth.
He's great.
And yeah, when he got soaked by the water dripping down, that's what that hair kind of symbolizes for me. Everything is choppy.
Uh-oh.
Please don't tell me the stream's dying again. Don't let that happen.
He's talking about his hair.
Oh yeah. If he's talking
Look
about
at
his
the
hair.
collar. Look at the collar, dude. See the white collar? That's very awkward to me.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
It kinda sticks out like that,
straight.
yeah.
Yeah, like
See,
this is-
I'm seeing the same type of material as this Kane, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. Like this material is just weird that they chose for these. It doesn't look tailored. Like that's the best way I could put it. It doesn't look tailored.
see, look at that. Now again, you're right. Like, did Toys Assemble, and no disrespect, maybe he was futzing with it and didn't flatten that white collar down a little bit.
It's
I don't know.
possibly. Like I said, with this cane, this is just straight out of the box. But I'm just not used to Hot Toys giving us tailoring
Yeah.
that looks kind of weak out of the box. Like, you know, they've been pretty good lately,
See,
especially with that Joker. Like, look at the tailoring on that thing, and I look at this, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Donnie Yen, you're like, this is their national treasure, dude. They love this
Yeah.
guy, and they're gonna do him dirty like that.
Speaking of dirty, somebody commented earlier, like, it would be cool if he was a little bit dirtier. So, like, maybe you could
Oh
take
yeah, I
advantage
meant to pull that up. I don't remember
the messy clothes. And
that is
maybe-
true.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing here is one of the things that, in regards to the tailoring, I feel like the sleeves are a little too short, that they're exposing those wrist pegs a little
I hate
too
when
much.
That happens, yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because if you're going to do a dynamic pose of him holding the gun or bending his elbow, it's going to expose that. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, the technology's there to do the seamless, half thing, arm thing. Like, why not
Yeah.
do that? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's always like one of those things, if you really care that much about it, maybe you could like kind of work at it. You know, you kind of have to like lift the sleeve, like pinch the material and bend it to try to get it as good as possible. I'm very curious to see how it manipulates in person. Again, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is the same or very similar material to Kane. So
Yeah.
I would probably agree that the John Wick 2 suit looked a little better tailored in terms of how it was laying on the body. I don't hate it. I'm not looking at this and I'm like, this figure sucks. You know what I mean? It's a little disappointing, at least in this video and some of the photos. It just looks like not quite as good of a tailoring, especially when it's John Wick. He's the man in many suits, and he's always got a really nicely tailored suit close to the body. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
The embedded magnets, like So Toys did something very similar on their Mr. Freeze. His robe had like magnets lined in it like that, like little plates. I like that because I hate. If we want to talk about the thing that I despise the most in 1/6 scale figures, those stupid ass little buttons that they put on.
yeah.
Oh, they're awful.
You feel like you're
They're
gonna rip them off every time.
single time, and a lot of times they do start pulling off because they're just tied on there with string. I hate them. Hate those.
One
I
of the
told
nice
Mars.
things about the Topo figure, it has all the magnets like that.
Yeah, I told Mars, I'm like, please stop using these buttons. They're awful, and they still use them. But
No, the thing with this figure is like, you just want to look at the figure and be like, yes. You know what I mean? With this one, you're kind of like, can I live with this? Can I live with that? And it's just, it's unfortunate, you know?
and maybe I will when I get it in person. Who knows? Maybe I'll be blown away and I'll eat all my words. And again, I don't hate it. I'm really excited. I recently sold my John Wick 2 figure, and you know, I'd be happy to admit if I feel like I took an L on that, selling that right before this one. But I'm happy with how it looks. It's just not perfect, you know. It's not their best release. It's not an artisan Joker, that's for sure. You know what I mean? That tailoring is like top notch.
That thing got all the bells and whistles and time put into it.
Yeah, so it's not perfect, but I'm happy with it. I think it looks cool. Let's see.
But you got a Wick and Kane, which is the first time they did Wick in years, so you still got a good 2-pack and stuff for that movie.
Yeah, Mitchell says, I think it's loose to give it more posability. Maybe, but it definitely throws off the overall look just a little bit. But it could be, yeah, because I remember the suit being a little bit tight on the Chapter 2 version. I don't think this is die-cast. That would have been really cool if they made that die-cast, because I love when Hot Toys does die-cast stuff. It seems like they're kind of straying away from that. This is the special edition rifle. I feel like not getting that is like a huge L, because it's John Wick, and like, that's like part of the allure of the movies. Oh, I'm sorry, is this the rifle or the shotgun? Is it the rifle? Oh, that is the rifle. The shotgun's right there. But I feel like not getting that's like a huge L. And for them to make that a special edition accessory, I still think that was kind of dirty for them to do. Chunker saying, I think John Wick's suit is the same material. It looks very similar to me too. Let's see. X-Men said BRB. Yeah, I do think the suit looks better tailored on the John Wick 2 version. I overall do prefer this version, though. The Collector, I know, dude, this is like one of those characters that's like begging for rooted hair. I'm surprised Hot Toys hasn't done an artisan one yet. Like, I don't know, at the time this was announced, I don't know if they were on the artisan stuff yet. Maybe the WB100 Wonder Woman was around that time. I don't know. Yeah, I would not be shocked, though, if they went back and gave us like a John Wick 3 artisan or something down the road somewhere. Yeah, it's a really cool figure, like I said, but it's not perfect. Ken doll minus the tailoring minus the Velcro. I hope that's not. I wouldn't go that far. Ken doll tailoring, that's crazy. I wouldn't go that far, but I totally understand people not being super happy with it. I'm definitely gonna keep my pre-order for sure. But yeah. don't really have anything else to say. I want to go to the final segment here so we can see more poses of him. But does anybody have anything to add about John Wick? If you had your pre-order, are you canceling? Are you keeping it? Like, does anybody have anything to add about John Wick?
No, not really. For me, I mean, I'm still undecided, but I want to see more. I like what I'm seeing in the videos and the photos that you showed. I think it does a better, better justice to kind of the figure, what it really is and what you're getting versus the blogger photos. I was one of the ones that even messaged you about it because I was like, oh man, I'm not sure. Like I was unsure, because
I had
don't
quite
like to
a few
overreact.
people ask me, dude, because I know everybody was like, "That's your initial reaction." Like, shit, what was my buddy think about this? So trust me, I get it, man. I totally get it because sometimes, like Mike said, like. I'm not gonna say exactly what Mike said because I was like, damn, like, dude, he was mad, and I was like, just take a look at this and see what you think. So I'm glad that at least like, you could be satisfied with it enough to where you don't want to cancel your pre-order or anything. Because, and I saw a lot of people like that. I was actually watching, Steve and Justin on stream, and they were kind of reacting to it live, and dude, the comments were going nuts. Like, and it was like half everybody was like, "Oh, this looks great," and then the other half people were like, "This looks horrible."
I was rough on that stream.
Yeah, Brick was too. I was giving Brick and I were like ragging on each other back and forth. It was hilarious. I was cracking up, dude.
Yeah.
X-Man, any thoughts, dude?
I think he looks fine. The only issue I have with him is the same issue that I have with, it seems like, every suit jacket that I've ever seen in 6 scale is that weird little pocket when you raise the arms. You get those fucking water wings going.
Yeah.
And
like the shoulders crimp up. It's like you borrowed your dad's suit.
Honestly, dude, I'm liking this less and less the more I look at it. Like this spinning here and the different posing and stuff. I haven't seen one pose where I'm like, all right, if I get him, that's the look I want. Like I think it doesn't look good in any pose.
Dude,
I'm
telling you,
those wrist pegs, man.
It's the wrist pegs, it's the shoulder.
Well, let's see.
Tailoring.
So like, Kane does have longer sleeves. And so what I was saying about John Wick, if you pinch it at the bottom and pose it, you can get the sleeve to rest pretty nicely. Here, I'll pull myself up.
Yeah, I think he could have pulled those.
See, you can get it to rest pretty nicely. So I'm hoping that John Wick is the same case. Obviously, we have no idea until we get it in hand, but I don't know. I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm sticking to it. I like it. It's not perfect, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, overall, I like it.
No, that's not. Just a general statement because.
Oh
I'm liking it less and less, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep where I'm at.
Look, I need a pencil war. All right, I need John Wick. I need Joker. I need them going at it, and that's what I'm doing.
And a table. But who's gonna be the one slamming them on the table?
Oh no, it's just free form, man. We're just going for it.
Hand-to-hand
dude.
combat. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the mouth, guys. So this next one's very interesting. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm definitely not buying it. I know Lane, I know you're just super excited to get this one, Lane. I know you immediately put it on your Christmas list, but so we saw like a little teaser from Hot Toys Japan like last week with this in the photo. It was like this, the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, and one other figure that's already been announced. Maybe the Purge Trooper. I think that's what it was. So there's a teaser. This is the Iron Patriot. I guess is this from the comics? For those of you guys that are Marvel Comics, is this a comic?
It's a Dark Reign. It's Dark Reign from a few years back.
Yeah,
this is Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn.
And
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So someone's got to put the Hot Toys.
Yeah, that's what I was telling someone. I said, see if you can stick the William Dafoe on there. But yeah, this was when a bunch of the villains, as part of the Dark Reign, where Norman Osborn was kind of leading them as the head of SWORD, which was replacement for S.H.I.E.L.D. They mentioned SWORD in the MCU, I think. But so he was kind of pretending to be Iron Man in this Iron Patriot suit, and then with the Captain America shield.
And no green, that's crazy.
Yeah, and Hawkeye was friggin', it was actually Bullseye, and you had, what was it, Moonstar was friggin'...
Moonstone.
Moonstone. Yeah, she was Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and
you
then
had Dakin was playing Wolverine for that role.
Yeah, and Emma Frost was Emma Frost was part of them for a little while too. That's when she
was she? I missed that. Oh man.
Yeah, she was part of the. I don't know. I think she was tying in with Dark X-Men. I don't know if she filled in as one of the Avengers.
Was it Agent Venom or was it Venom proper? that was
Matt
playing their.
Matt Gargan Venom. That was the former Spider-Man villain.
Okay.
Scorpion, the original Scorpion.
Oh, gotcha.
Was Venom.
So, I think this is definitely going to be an exclusive, like, numbered drop for sure. Because
probably like 2,500, 3,000.
This is my first time even hearing of this, so that just shows you, like, the general population who doesn't read.
I think someone told me they think it's the Mark 46 body with a different helmet.
46.
Yeah, different helmet, right?
Yeah, different helmet.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, I
obviously
could
different
see.
chest
Yeah,
plate,
you could see the
different
Mark
chest,
46,
yeah.
especially in the legs and
Yeah,
the chest part.
but
Yeah, I mean, this is really cool looking.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go for it.
Mike, I
think it's
finally have
really
an opportunity
cool.
to help you with one, dude. Because I'm not
Yeah, you can help me finally.
I really like this one, but it's like I've gotten the last 2 exclusives that they've done, and I'm kind of like, I got 7 figures coming right now that have been released, still haven't come to me yet. So I just don't know. Do I need another one of this? But this one's really, I love the star art picture. Like,
yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, the one thing, like, this should have had a die-cast shield because it's a die-cast figure. That would have been badass. It looks like the shield, I think, is magnetic. It's got to be, right?
That was the thing. That was the one
would
thing
be
I said
stupid
with
as
the
crap
shield.
if they used those little straps.
Because
on
it
the
might,
die-cast
because
figure.
that was my thing when I saw it. I was like, wait, is it like, one of the Iron Mans where it's just a piece attached to the arm, like an arm
that
piece
stupid clear
out?
plastic. Please no.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You got a metal figure. Use magnets. Embed the magnets.
Yeah.
I think I would venture to say it's probably magnetic. They actually did a magnetic shield on a cap. I forgot which one it was long ago.
This one I would like if it's actually like a piece. There's actual plastic piece that you plug in and switch out. That's what I would hope for this figure. But like I was like, hey, you can't use strap. You might scratch the paint off.
Yeah, it could be that too. Maybe like a panel comes off the arm. And there's like a little hole for like a piece to notch into. That's true. That could work too. I don't know. Magnets just sound cool to me, so I'm like, I'll just do the magnets. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I wonder how many. That's the most curious thing for me is like how many pieces. Like I could see maybe. I mean, they're doing 1,500 for troopers and stuff. Like
those are all lights in the side too, right? On his ribs or no?
I don't know. Are you talking about here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hand.
I'm sorry. That's his hand.
I know that it was tripping me out too. It's so
I just
shiny
love
on
the
the
art.
now I see it. I love the
American star.
Dude, I'm very much like a Patriot. I'm still in the Air Force. I have a little corner in my basement with like a bunch of Air Force stuff and everything. So for me, like this is going to be separate from my other collection, and just going to pose it up next to some of my. You know what I mean?
It's
some
a
military
really
coins and stuff. It'll look cool.
Yeah,
it's a really nice kind of if you own like the end game one, which is the like overly done huge flying
I don't
battle
like
platform.
the Iron Patriot.
Yeah, the flying battle platform that one. This is a nice kind of offside. If you have this one to put where it's a more sleek, it's better. It's definitely more sleek and dynamic than the original Iron Patriot that came out years ago.
Yeah, this is a classy looking piece, I think.
Yeah, this to me is like awesome exclusive. Like what should be like. I kind of feel that with like say the Purge Trooper Commander or something. But like even though I bought one of them, the Mark III Redded Chrome or something like that. Even though this is obviously it's kind of a weird amalgamation of comic and movie put together, kinda. This something is really cool and unique though. Like even the Venom. The comic Venom or something like that. I just think this screams really interesting and exclusive where if you don't care about it, you can easily just pass it. It's not even you don't even have to think 2 seconds about it.
Yeah.
If you just are like I'm movie stuff and that's it for Iron Man.
Yeah, it's an easy pass for me for sure.
The only problem I see with this is that they're not going to make the rest of the team. And that sucks.
Yeah, this is definitely like a one-off cash grab.
Yeah, because it's Iron Man and they can easily do that.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see Dakin in the brown Wolverine costume with his tattoos and shit. I would love to see that. I would love to have that.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping they skip all of this stuff you guys are talking about and give us a proper Carnage. That's all I'm hoping for.
Dude,
I want a
for
real
real.
Carnage, dude. I don't want.
Well, I think they're going in on the comic stuff more because we got the Doctor Doom, you got the comic. I still haven't pre-ordered, but I'm probably going to get the comic Venom.
a perfect way to follow up the Venom. Just give us the Carnage to go with them. That's actually properly sized, like the little smaller Carnage that we all know. Like
Not gargantuan, not where you have to try and get it some proportion where you have to buy the big ass video game Venom.
Yeah,
To actually kind of be soft.
that was the most happy cancellation of this year after the new Marvel one was announced. I'm like, oh, I don't have to make space for that giant Venom anymore.
I did.
Well,
see
isn't that original Carnage figure that they made still sitting on shelves?
It
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
discounted all the
it's
time.
finally like last chance on Sideshow. Like finally, obviously, which means everywhere else it's still in stock. But I think
I have
Sideshow they did a deal on it. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
great.
It's
but
not.
just
I owned
not-
it for a couple of years. It's just really big.
Yeah, and then it broke.
Oh shit.
Well, yes, thank you for that. I still sold it for $300.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah,
This is cool.
This was interesting.
Were we not? This was really funny. So this is from Flashpoint, and they made like the Nightmare figures and stuff. Like I have their
They did.
Nightmare Deathstroke, and did not get Mira because I don't care about her. But this is. I said this before. This is the coolest variant to me from the film. I love this and like the samurai. But this is super cool, and it's very obvious that they used the Hot Toys one as like a base. Like they obviously reverse engineered it because it's got that same like bend in the arm and everything. Like, but it looks awesome. It looks really good, and it's thankfully like the chaps and the vest and everything are real leather, so you don't have to worry about flaking over time. And it's just really cool, man. I love Westerns. You know, I talk to you guys a lot of times about like the Clint Eastwood figures and stuff and all the different Western figures I have in my collection. And this is really cool. I don't know if I'll jump on it because I'm trying to avoid like going a million times over with this movie and just getting everything that comes out. But with that said, this is really, really cool. I really like this. I think they did a great job. I love the amount of weathering that you see on it. We usually see a lack of weathering, and this looks great. And those like surprised eyes, I think, are hilarious for this variant. And he just looks cool, man. It's just a cool figure, and it looks really posable too. I think you have that benefit with this one where it's not like a full Deadpool suit. It's going to be very posable, and it's just cool, man. It's cool. And if you're somebody who's going all in on the Deadpool and Wolverine line from Hot Toys, this is going to be so cool to put with like the kid pool and the lady pool and the two other Deadpools that we have, because obviously we're going to be getting that battle damage one. So very smart of them to do. And once again, for some odd reason, they included the freaking Wolverine claws with this one. I don't know why. They obviously used the Hot Toys one as an example, but this one comes with the Wolverine claws as a pre-order bonus. So maybe that was smart of them to do, just to sucker people into buying this, because they're like, cool, I get the claws with it too. But there we go. If you want those Wolverine claws, yet again, they're being included with this figure. So yeah, I'm probably not going to get this one. I think it's really dope. Maybe if the price was super cheap, I would have jumped on. I think it's like what, 175, I want to say, something like that. 170 maybe. Kit does have this up for pre-order, 16 Kit, if you guys want to pick this up. But yeah, it's from Flashpoint. I've been happy with what I got from them. The Deathstroke is super nice. He's got die-cast armor and everything. He poses pretty well. So I think they're a pretty decent company. The Mira, they definitely messed that one up quite a bit, but I don't think anybody was crying about that for the most part because, yeah, this is cool. I don't know if any of you guys are going to be picking this one up. Like I said, Mike, I think you and I are on the same page here. We're doing our best to not get stuff like this. But yeah, I can appreciate it. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I mean, if you have the So-So Toys Logan and even the Spawn, oh god, what's he, Gunslinger Spawn?
Oh
You know, you can come up with something pretty cool with this. You know
that
what I
would
mean?
be cool.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've got the Clint Eastwood figures. It would be funny to have like a Deadpool cameo where he's just randomly stuck in the display. Like, it would be hilarious. I'm trying to avoid stuff like this, but again, to me, this is the coolest variant. I don't know about you guys. Like, I know everybody likes Peter Pool, and the Samurai was really cool too. This to me was the coolest one when I saw it. I'm like, that's freaking cool. And yes, it is voiced by Matthew McConaughey, so you could technically say you have a Matthew McConaughey figure in your collection. Which I don't have any Matthew McConaughey figures. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I do have one on pre-order. The Interstellar third-party figures that they did. I have that on pre-order.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing about that is they have a bonus head sculpt and like that brown coat that he was wearing on the farm. It comes with like that whole outfit plus a head sculpt. So I'm excited for that. And I don't think any company's going to do Interstellar ever again. That's such a good film, but you know, I'm sure those figures didn't sell crazy well because it's just not like, how many people do you hear talk about Interstellar in a regular conversation? Not many, but I love that movie. That movie was so good. And the ending was just so crazy, like such a twist ending. But so yeah, so that'll be my Matthew McConaughey representation right there.
You know, don't you wish that Hot Toys just gave us bases like this, included with every other base they give us, but just like a plain, simple stand?
Dude, I've
Like, that
said
would be
this,
cool.
like, I'm getting really tired of the diorama stuff. As cool as it is, it's not plausible if you have a larger collection. Or if you have detolfs, it's not plausible either. If you know, especially if you have to put multiple characters in one cube, which a lot of people do.
I like. Gee, I've been saying that for a long time. That's why I don't like to get them, because they just sit in the.
I still buy them,
in the
Lane,
box.
because I'm a weirdo and I just like knowing that I own it because I love
I still
accessories.
buy them too.
I love. I can't tell you guys. A big portion of this hobby is appreciation of the accessories for me.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I freaking love it, dude. I love accessories. I don't know what it is. Like, dude, this Bela Lugosi Dracula, he comes with this candelabra and it's got like cotton coming off the top, so it looks like the candle's lit, and then the cotton is painted towards the bottom like orange, so it looks like it's lit, and it's like the coolest thing to me ever. I just love it. So it's like stuff like that. Even if I don't use the accessories, I know that I have it. And it's like with special edition stuff, I can't not get the special edition because I'm gonna be like, that scumbag Lane has the Star Wars coin and I don't. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't.
Why's it got to be Lane?
He just looked like he was ready to be the victim. So I had to.
No, that's Nate who's the victim.
True. OG fan, what is up, my friend? A channel member, a longtime channel member, and a good friend. A member for 11 months. See, I told you OG fan was one of the OGs. Legendary Lane is the original mercenary collector. He once sold a broken Darkseid Anakin for $900. Legendary isn't just a nickname, it's a way of life. That is true. That is very true.
X-Man, mute.
Oh, yeah, your mic was just like, it's all right. We're past it.
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry about that.
That's
You're
all
good.
good. It's all good.
Lane,
Is that true? Is that true, Lane?
I did sell a Darkseid X-Men, a Darkseid Anakin.
technically a repaired Darkseid Anakin.
Yeah.
But you did sell a broken Carnage, but you did say it was broken, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though. OG got you there. That was very unplanned, Lane, to get you with the double whammy. It was just unplanned. It just happened that way. But that's funny. But yeah, this is cool. Again, I'm not going to be picking this up. It's a neat idea. I'm glad that third-party companies are jumping on Deadpool and Wolverine stuff because maybe they'll fill in. Maybe, you know, X-Men, maybe you'll get your comic-accurate micro Wolverine, or people will get their Henry Cavill Wolverine. You never know.
That would be smart
Cavalry.
Yeah.
for a third
That'd
party.
be,
I would buy
very
that.
smart. Yeah,
I would
very
buy
smart
that.
for them to do that.
Maybe they should buy an in-art Superman figure, steal most of that head sculpt, because no one else is going to top what InArt did with the InArt Superman sculpt. So if they just steal that, we're good. I have the So Toys Geralt on the way, and it's like, I still think those sculpts are pretty good, but I'm like spoiled now that I have the InArt Superman in my collection. I'm like, well, shit, that's not as good. So I'm hoping that I enjoy. I love that outfit though, the season 2 outfit, and those vials on his thigh are super cool. Everybody's saying it's really good. He's got die-cast swords and everything. Like, but yeah, that Superman, dude. Jose, you know the feeling, man, with that Superman. It's just so good, man.
Yes.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
it's like, I thought I would be underwhelmed because it's not like, you know, it's not an overcomplicated figure. You know, it's not like the Batman where he's got all these different gadgets and trinkets on, and like he's got this complicated belt, or like Harry Potter, he's got all these different layers and all these different accessories. But it's great, dude. It's a great figure. It's not perfect, but it's awesome, man. It
Bro,
really
after
is.
dealing
yeah,
with
I love
Batman's
that.
belt, I want an
Oh.
uncomplicated. I want an
my
uncomplicated
God.
figure.
And I said this
Don't
the
get
other
me started
day,
on that.
dude. But you guys have no idea. I wish Joey was here so he could attest. So recently they reissued that third-party Simon Ghost Riley figure from the newer Modern Warfare 2, and then there was a new Captain Price that got announced. That was and I'm still not done. I haven't even touched Captain Price. I spent hours putting shit on that Ghost figure. Dude, he's got real 1/6 scale Molly vest. So exactly how you would attach something onto a Molly vest in real life, you have to do that in 6 scale. So imagine slots that are like this freaking small. I'm taking like a toothpick and I'm slowly poking it through. It was awful. So now when I get the Batman, I'm probably going to be like, dude, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This wasn't that bad because dude, I went through the ringer and I'm still not done. And I started a video on him for TikTok like a month ago at this point. And I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to go back and finish
You'll
it.
see the instructions for the Batman. Like they're not even comprehensive, that you're still left over with stuff. And you're like, well, where does this go? And you got to go on like forums or whatever. And there's still no answer. Like there's no actual place to put
I watched like 2 or 3 different videos on the Batman to see about how to put the holster on and belt, and then like they kind of like just jumped over it. Like they just I have it on now.
No one wants to show
like,
that shit. Dude.
No one wants to show
gosh.
that they don't know. But InArt commented on somebody's question, and there's a pouch, an empty pouch in front of the sticky bomb gun. And everyone's like, what goes here, InArt? And InArt responded.
I was about to ask that too.
They responded.
What is it about? Tell me.
Nothing. It's just an empty pouch. Yeah, so I'm like, what the heck? So I put one of the extra adrenaline shots in there just to have something in there. Yeah.
Earth 616, to answer your question, no, that was the only thing I didn't get. So the other company that did, I can't remember which company it was that did the 2 figures. They did Anne Hathaway's character and they did Matthew McConaughey. I can't remember the other company, but that 3-step one to me, it looks great, but not good enough for that price tag. For a non-officially licensed figure, I just couldn't justify the price personally. But yeah,
so I firmly believe. Which one was it on the Interstellar one? You remember the third-party one?
I'd have to check my 1/6 kit orders. I don't remember what company it was, but they did 2 characters. Oh, and they did 3 because Man came with the 2-pack. There was a 2-pack that came with Man and Matthew McConaughey's figure. And I'm like, that's cool as shit, because that scene where Man like totally lies to him and he finds out about it and he tries to kill him basically. Like that was like such a cool scene. Yeah, Man, literally Man. I can't remember the company. I'd have to check my pre-orders on 1/6 kit. That's gonna bother me, but
sorry. Yeah. That's what I was trying to remember which one. Yeah, no.
I don't know what company it was, and I can't just type in Interstellar on 1/6 kit because they're third party, so it's just not. It's not gonna pull up. Damn, I don't remember when I pre-ordered that. I'll slowly go through it, but what was I gonna say? I firmly believe, though, you know, with a third-party figure, I kind of understood it because that figure was like $160. But for like what InArt's charging, it's an officially licensed figure. I feel like that belt should be in the box. Make a slot in the foam to where the belt fits in. I don't know. I get like it's saving them time in the factory, and you know we're gonna talk about something tonight, but I didn't want to draw the stream out enough. Like, dude, like. I'm real disappointed with what I'm seeing with the InArt Bruce Waynes. Dude, I should, Mike, I sent you the photos. Jose, I might have sent them to you. I don't know if I did or not. I know I sent them to Brick, and Steve and I were talking about it too. The Bruce Waynes from this last batch of the InArt figures, the rooted hair is looking rough, man. It's looking really rough. Dude, like, why is his hair this tall? Like, that's literally what the hair is. Like, and you look at the prototype, and it was like the hair was perfect. And I haven't seen too many of the Batman hair sculpts being messed up. It's just the Bruce Wayne, and it's like the hair is so tall and thick. And I didn't want to draw out the stream, so I didn't pull up the photos. But I showed him Eternal Toys. That's what it was. Thank you, OG. OG gets a triple gold star. Eternal, yes, Eternal did it. Eternal Toys Space Exile 2-pack. And Premier Toys did the Anne Hathaway figure. Premier Toys. Actually, the Premier Toys 3-step PT-011 Space Explorer. That's the name of. So I did get. Okay. These companies and their names.
Gentlemen, I hate to do it, but I gotta bounce.
That's all right. We're closing out too. Right. We're gonna be closing out. So, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, links in the description. I will update the description. I think I forgot to put X-Man's in because I asked him kind of last minute, and Jose, I will put his channel as well. Thank you, Mike, Legendary Lane, Jose, X-Man, everybody for being here. We appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, sorry again for the issues with the audio. I appreciate you hanging in. If you're watching the replay, I really apologize because I know you're going to have a rough time. Just skip past it and you'll be okay. But guys, have a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody stay safe if you're traveling. Enjoy your time with your families and appreciate what we have. So That's going to end the stream, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. See ya.
Happy
Take care,
Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Bye bye.